I really enjoy making videos, but I thought I'd try and make something that can explain some of the problems that I've come up against so far. Filming can be really fun. I'm slowly getting more confidence on camera, and my shooting skills are slowly improving. I always try to leave my camera out ready to shoot so that I can quickly film something if I get a sudden moment of inspiration. Editing is a pain in the backside, but it's somewhat satisfying too. The main problem is how long it takes. I put hours and hours into editing, which can get a little repetitive, but nothing beats the feeling of completing a video and finally pressing the publish button. I'm also pretty lazy and I like to procrastinate. This is annoying because I always end up leaving things to the last minute. These problems are all things I'm trying to work on, but they're nothing compared to my biggest issue. Self-doubt. This is the lack of confidence in oneself and one's abilities, and it's the biggest challenge that I face as a video creator. It leads to the fear of making a bad video, which discourages me entirely from making anything at all. I find this happening a lot now during the beginning of my channel because I don't really have much experience making videos. It's difficult for me to be confident, mainly because I'm always trying something new. I often start a project without a clear idea of where it will end up. I really don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And whenever there's uncertainty, there's also self-doubt. Even now I'm doubting my own ability to explain this whole thing to you. Is this explanation gonna be good enough? Am I saying the right things? Am I putting things clearly? When you have this doubt in yourself, it leads to major procrastination. When I start to doubt my work, one of two things happens. The first thing I do is change basically everything in an attempt to make the video better. I'll change the volume of clips, re-record a voiceover, or edit the entire script, all in search of the perfect video. Have you ever heard of the quote, "Can't see the wood for the trees"? It basically means that because you're so involved in a situation, you can't actually look at it clear or simply. This tends to happen to me a lot. When you've watched the same clip over and over again, it doesn't really have the same effect that it had the first time you saw it. This mainly feeds into the comedy side of things, as I've come up with a bunch of ideas for comedy sketches, but I just don't know if other people will find them funny. The last thing I want is to make a funny video and for nobody to laugh. Other times, if I don't think a video is good enough, I'll just abandon the project completely. So far I've published 6 or 7 videos on this channel, but I've tried to make quite a few more. A few weeks ago, I filmed a massive rant on the education system, talking about all the things I didn't learn in school. Then, whilst editing, I looked back at the footage and doubted if anything I was saying actually made any sense. I started reading into it way too much. I was annoyed at the way I put forward my ideas, my facial expressions, body language. Basically, I was doubting everything about that video. So I closed down the project, and I haven't worked on it since. I also attempted to make a vlog about a month ago. It was horrendous. It's easy to look at somebody like Casey Neistat and think that it's pretty simple to vlog, but when I tried vlogging, it looked like this. Someone kindly decided to mow their lawn this morning, which is going to be nice background noise in any videos I take. It's a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be. Should have brought some water. I got really disheartened, completely forgetting that Casey has made hundreds of vlogs and this was only my first attempt. However, the important thing is that I gave myself the chance to try and make these videos. Even though they turned out really badly, I managed to improve as a creator purely from trying something different. I've had pretty little confidence in some of my previous uploads, but thankfully they ended up being okay, and I managed to use them opportunities to learn something of value. My method of choice to deal with self-doubt is just to do the thing anyway, regardless of how little confidence I have in my abilities. This way, I always give myself an opportunity to learn something new. And if what I make is terrible, then so be it. Each of the videos that I've tried to make have taught me a different lesson that I wouldn't have learned if I didn't attempt to make that specific video. Imagine how much you would learn if instead of shying away from the things you aren't confident in, you just try doing them. Stop overthinking it so much and use these opportunities as a way to learn something. The reality is that nothing you can do or make will ever be free of flaws. Stop pondering over the same things, chasing the idea of perfection, because guess what? Perfection doesn't exist. Find a way to start working on the things that you're scared of, because how will you ever learn if you get nothing done?